Hello everyone, I'm back with one more video. Before going ahead with this topic, let me tell you about my new playlist. I hope you people have seen that. If not, do visit my channel and see the new playlist, that is placement interview questions on C programming. Fine, so far I have uploaded let's say 3-4 videos on that. So you can very well check them, and soon I'll be uploading more videos about a lot of fundamental concepts of C programming, and maybe in the very simplified way as I generally do. So welcome to next video on data structure. I'm RVD, and let us see the topic for this video. We are still in the second module, stack and queues, and in this we will be looking at array implementation of priority queue type 1. If you have seen my previous videos of priority queues, you might have understood the concept of priority queues, and you might have seen that there are two types of implementation. Okay, so out of that, the first type we will be looking at. We already had seen both the types, how exactly they can be implemented. Theoretically, we had seen. Now in this video, we will be taking up the first type and we'll be actually implementing that. Okay, so as I specified that it is type 1, which is called as priority queue with normal insert. Now what exactly is that? Priority queue, as I said, is an extension of simple queue. So whenever we say priority queue with normal insert, it will be having insert same as simple queue. So I'll be deriving from simple queue. So while implementing also, you will see I'll be taking up our old simple queue program. I'll save as priority queue, and I'll be only changing the delete function, because as it says normal insert, that means insert is going to be same as simple queue, whereas delete we will be putting more efforts. If at all you're not getting the clear idea, that indicates you have not seen my previous video. So you can very well check that video, that is the concept of priority queue, and there I had explained all these the concepts in a very much detail. Fine, so let us go ahead with the implementation using the IDE. Fine, so if you see, yeah. Okay, so if you see here, this is nothing but a simple queue implementation, which is with the structure, insert, isEmpty, delete, queue front, display, and the main function. Okay, so see what I'm doing. I'll save this as, let's say, pq1.c. Okay, so it's going to be priority q1, that is priority queue using normal insert. So I'll keep insert as it is, and I'm only going to focus on delete. Okay, so try to recollect that insert is going to be same as simple queues. It's going to insert the elements one after the other. Okay, now in delete, our job will be to find the maximum and delete it. Not only that, the maximum could be deleted in between also. So I have to shift all the elements and fill up that gap. Fine, so let's see how exactly that can be done. Okay, so maybe I'll need the max to store the maximum, and maybe pause to store the position. Okay, it's delete, so we generally check is empty, so we'll do that. If it is empty, we say underflow return -1. Everything's going to be same. And now we will go ahead with the R logic. So first I have to find the maximum. Okay, so you know how do we find the maximum? We say the first element itself is maximum, and then we compare with the remaining. So max equal to, what is the first element in the queue? Obviously the element at front, that is F. So I will say T arrow Q of F. Okay, that's my first element. Obviously, because of that, the position is going to be F. Okay, so I can very well start comparing from F plus 1 up to R. If I get something greater than the current max, I will replace. Okay, that's a general logic for finding the maximum. So I can start with F plus 1. I can go up to R. Okay, if any element, so T arrow Q of I, if it is greater than max, obviously then we got a new max. So my max will be T arrow Q of I, sorry, and my position will be I. Okay, yeah, so for loop I'm not given braces. If you wish to, you can give, because we only have if statement in that. So when the for loop is going to get over, I'll be having my maximum in max and my position in pause. So I don't need a separate Z here, because max already stores that element. finally you will see I'll be returning max. But my max is going to get deleted from pause. So if you visualize, or again I'm there for you, I'll be making another video for showing the working of this particular thing in very detailed and step-by-step manner. But currently maybe you can try visualizing that I'll be having the maximum deleted from pause. So if I delete the maximum from pause, that's going to create a gap. So what that gap should have, or what that gap should get, it should get the next element. So maybe if I take a I loop again, which starts from pause, the slot I should get the element from I plus 1. And that should happen again and again. So finally I should shift the element at R to its previous. In short, my I should go up to R minus 1. A lot of confusion. Maybe let us try to put it in a step-by-step manner. So for, I'll start shifting I equals pause. Okay, I less than, I already explained, but maybe a bit fast, the reason why I less than R. It's not less than equal to. I'll again come to it. Okay, I plus plus. Now I need to do shifting. See, T arrow Q of I will get T arrow Q of I plus 1. So see, if you look at this, tell me what's the first value of I? That is pause. So Q of pause will get Q of pause plus 1. You can see the gap is getting filled. Obviously when I becomes pause plus 1, it will get pause plus 2, and that's how it's going to get shifted. Now when the last value of I will be R minus 1, because less than R. No? So when I will be R minus 1, what I'm shifting, I plus 1, is R. So if you see properly, finally my R element at R will get shifted to R minus 1, and that's what I expect to be the last shifting. And hence I shouldn't go up to R, because clear, if I goes up to R, what it will shift? That's the problem. Okay, so this is the right way of looking at it. So finally what you see is my element at R has got shifted to R minus 1. So can we say my R is now pointing to an empty location? Yeah, one element got deleted. So what I have to do? I have to decrement R. Okay, and the maximum element which you already had stored, we found it earlier, and is stored in max, can be returned as a deleted element. Fine, I obviously put a lot of efforts for making you people clear without looking at the working, but you will be still having, maybe soon I'll be uploading the video for working of this particular type. So you should obviously look at working of priority queue type 1, where you'll be able to see how exactly this delete will work. Okay, so currently let's do the testing by doing the execution. Rest all is going to be same. My insert will be same, rather my main function will also be same, because all function calls are same. Now how it works obviously will differ. Fine, so let's see. First let me compile. Okay, is an error, undefined symbol F. Yeah, my bad. You know that what it should be. I can say maybe I kept it purposely, but I haven't. So it is T arrow F. Okay, maybe sometimes errors are quite helpful for learn. Okay, again there is an error. Yeah, okay, it's a C programming. I have not declared I, very bad. So you know I should declare I. Okay, as I always say, getting the errors obviously is good, provided you know how to solve them. If at all you're not aware how to solve, then maybe that's a bad thing. Okay, fine. So let's now run. Fine. So you know it's like simple queue, but it's going to work with the priority. So the elements itself is going to be priority. It's a normal insert. So see, insert 5, insert 8. See, 8 is simply getting stored after 5, as it generally does in simple queue, because it is not valuing the priority. That we will do while deleting. Okay, we'll come to that. So let me insert 3, insert 7, insert 4. I guess 5 might be the size. So this should show overflow. Yeah, that's okay. So you can see 5, 8, 3, 7, 4 is how it is getting stored. Now, when I'll try to delete, it should delete what? 8. And then rest of the elements should be shifted. Let's see. You can see it has identified max. It has deleted that, and rest of the elements got properly shifted. Okay. Next, it will delete 7. You can see that. Perfect. Next, it will delete 5. See, if I would have had 2 5, they will be stored like the old 5 first and the new 5 would have been later. While deleting also, the old 5 will get deleted first with the logic. because when I say the first 5 is max, the next 5, the new 5 is not greater than that. So it will not override this. In short, equal priority elements will follow first in, first out as we want. Okay, maybe just complete this. So if I delete, it will be now 4 getting deleted first, and finally 3 gets deleted, queue becomes empty, and will result in underflow for one more delete. Okay, so that's enough to show. I haven't shown you queue front and all these things because it's going to be same as simple queue. It is being just kept as one other option. Fine, so I hope that's enough for you to understand that the priority queue is working perfect. Okay, so just to quickly revise, priority queue, we had seen 2 types of implementation. First one was priority queue with normal insert. So this video, we had focused on this implementation. Maybe I'll have a video for its working as well, a separate video. And then we'll have a video for priority queue with normal delete. That is the second type of priority queue. Fine, I hope you people are getting it properly. You're enjoying the videos. Fine, so do like my videos. Do check my other playlist as well. And if you have not yet subscribed my channel, do subscribe my channel. And please spread it across to your friends and colleagues. Fine, so that's it for this video. Thank you and happy learning.